We're on the road to Holcomb Valley. This road is amazing, but oh, it is bumpy and it's not maintained, so we changed drivers. I was driving and Kev said, "You want me to drive? You want me to drive? You want me to drive?" Okay, Kev, just drive. Yeah. But anyway, the scenery is fantastic. Check it out.
Here we go. If you want to follow along with the driving PDF, set your trip odometer 0 as you leave the Big Bear Discovery Center. Head west to the 2 and 09 Polique Canyon Road. This quickly turns into a dirt road, and although it's rough in places, you can easily take this road in any vehicle. As always, use your best judgment. We have a high clearance truck.
The Holcomb Valley was named in honor of William F. Holcomb. Originally from Iowa, Holcomb headed west to Northern California in 1850 to seek his fortune. Discouraged by bad luck, he drifted south after hearing of a small gold discovery in the San Bernardino Mountains. He soon joined others in 1859 at Starvation Flats. Known for being a great marksman, he became the chief protector and provider of food for the prospectors in the area. He was famous for shooting grizzly bears. One hunting trip led him up Polique Canyon, where he and his Cherokee companion followed a wounded grizzly down to Caribou Creek. Here they found a large amount of quartz, within which they were ecstatic to discover a wealth of gold. The whole settlement quickly moved to what is now Belleville.
Even today, you can find modern claims. We saw a few of these along the road and stopped to photograph this one as it clearly shows the claim. And there were even four-wheel drive tracks leading up here.
Before reaching Belleville, we took a drive through the Holcomb Valley Campground. This is a first-come, first-served, tent-only, dry campground with picnic tables and pit toilets. This is a popular campground for off-roaders.
We detoured off the Gold Fever Trail onto the 3 and 07 to the gravesite of Charles Wilbur. Wilbur was the first tax assessor in San Bernardino County. He was also a gold placer miner who lived in the area around the mid to late 1800s. He was well-liked and was buried by his favorite pond. It's unsure why this is one of the only marked graves in the valley, but it has become a local landmark to off-road adventurers, hikers, mountain bikers, trail runners, and geocachers alike.
After paying our final respects, we rejoined the 3N16 and headed to Belleville. Hey guys, here we are at Holcomb Valley. We just met this great pair. Chuck is planning a trip to the top of San G, and so they were lots of fun. They told us some wild stories, guys, I tell you.
I think you should check out Chuck and his Facebook page and go ahead and look for the pictures of him coming off San Jacinto in a helicopter.
We don't tell stories about our subscribers and followers, really we don't. Anyhow, we're here at Holcomb Valley. This place used to be a mining town. There were hundreds of wood cabins here, log cabins, and as you can see, there is a cabin behind us. Once gold was discovered, it was inevitable that a town would spring up. In Holcomb's own memoirs, he tells of saloons, gambling dens, and bagnios of the lowest kind. On the outskirts of the haphazard town, earthen dugouts and hastily built shacks were thrown together by the miners. There was even a brewery and the infamous Octagon House, an 8-sided saloon and dance hall with rooms where glitter girls entertained.
In the first 2 years, after the discovery of gold, over 50 murders were committed. Most offenders evaded justice. Those who didn't met their maker at the hanging tree. Each time justice was served, the limb of the tree used for the hanging was removed. This was often mistaken for the hanging tree. However, it is believed the original tree is the stump to the right. Nevertheless, you can look up and imagine the horror of witnessing a hanging.
Belleville, Holcomb Valley. Founded in late 1859, Belleville was named after Belle Van Heusen, the first child born in Holcomb Valley. She was the daughter of Ted Van Dusen, the town blacksmith and early pioneer.
'Cause there's gold in the hills, gold in the hills. Darling, if you run away with me. Yeah, there's gold in the hills, gold in the hills. Darling.
This cabin was moved to this site to represent the kind of structures that would have been here. With all our modern amenities and space, it's almost impossible to imagine families living in such close quarters.
Took her to the mountain where the wind blew high. His words would offer no relief. Her mind on fire, her faith in doubt, her spirit thirst in the desert drought. His promise is too sweet to believe.
You can clearly see the road we're traveling on, and as we pan around this stunning scenery, you can now see the remains of the two original gold panning and digging sites used by Holcomb and others at the end of the intermittent stream.
If you drive through this loop, you can visit the remains of the Last Chance Mine, Two Gun Bill's Saloon, and Jonathan Tibbetts' Grasshopper Quartz Mill. Here you can see the dry stream that was originally used by Holcomb and the miners.
There's gold in the hills, gold in the hills. His eyes, they sparkle.
Just a short walk from the cabin, you come to the remains of an arastre. This is a rudimentary tool for recovering gold from quartz. Based on a mill system, it used donkeys and stones to recover gold from the rocks. It was tedious and took hours to produce the gold. There were once over 100 gold grinding quartz arastres throughout the Holcomb Valley.
The beauty and history of this area is truly breathtaking. People really did come and then leave. Try to picture it. This area went from looking pretty much as it does now to over 1,500 people living here, with their homes, general stores, blacksmiths, saloons, and those dancing girls. They came in droves in 1860, yet by 1864, the harsh winters and the dwindling goals turned this into a ghost town.
We continue to Gold Mountain, or Lucky Baldwin Mine. In 1873, while on a silver prospecting trip, Barney and Charles Carter stumbled upon gold and quartz. The claim was soon purchased by millionaire mining tycoon Elias Lucky Baldwin for $30,000. He opened a gold quartz mine and invested $250,000 to get it started. Over 150 Chinese workers built not only the road to connect the mine to Cactus Flats, but also dug a 5-mile flume with a 300-foot tunnel through solid granite to supply water for the 40 stamp processing mill that would be in operation for about 8 months. Over 300 men once worked this mine, and the now lost town of Doble sprung up in the valley below.
On August 26, 1875, the financial structure of California collapsed and Baldwin lost $2.5 million because of his investment in the Bank of California. It took years for the California economy to rebound. In the meantime, Baldwin's Gold Mountain Mine, only 8 months in operation, closed, but then it reopened intermittently until it closed permanently in 1895. Baldwin was a fascinating character in California's history, and we put a link to his incredible life and good fortune in the description below.
Doble Cemetery is close by, and but for one child, all the graves are unmarked. Boy Scouts erected the small wooden crosses in the 1940s that now adorn the 25 graves. This is the only evidence still in existence that the town of Doble was ever here.
We're certain that William F. Holcomb could never have guessed that when he shouldered his rifle to hunt bear in 1860, he would precipitate the largest ever gold rush in Southern Californian history.
Until next time, we'll see you on the trail.